work on this. I'm trying to think about how to make this feel right. And I got some work done today. Alright, so let me try the thought that I had. So draw one. Why is this not letting me draw? Excuse me? Oh. That might be why. Okay. So this will be the Nexus. Then I draw 21 cards. And I discard anything that is not playable. Face down. So let's see. Playable, 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 not playable. Playable, not playable. Playable, 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 playable. Not. Not. Alright, so wait, no, this isn't. Everything else is playable. So you're matching on stars or color or count. Okay, so 12, which is of 21, 12. Is that right? Yeah, that's about average. Okay, so I want to play off the idea that you get more out of playing more cards. Let's see. I want to play off the idea that I want to see if I can trick them into thinking that it's blue. I think this being an outlier makes it a little too obvious. Yeah, okay, I think it's possible to deduce from this. Okay, and the rest of this will get discarded. I'm basically betting 8 cards that they can't figure it out. Okay. Then they will look at this and try to figure out what it is. So by not including in the other colors, I give away that it's one of these two. Yeah, I think it's possible to deduce from this what it is, right? Like my mistake was including the squares, I think. Or it's possible that it's the color. Like one of these is varying in count off of the color. And one of these is off the count. Hmm. It's not crystal clear. Cause it's what was it again? It was stars, right? Yeah. Green stars too. So I think it's obvious that 2 is one of the things. And then it's ear blue. As for the shape, it's not. Is it obvious? It's probably not triangles or circles. It's probably either circles or stars. So, okay, so it's either. Okay, so it's either blue. It's either green stars or it's blue circles. Right? No, no. It's gotta be green stars, right? I think. Like, is there any way it could be? Wait, did I say just say it was? It could had to be blue stars. It has to be green stars. Um, because if it's 2, that would mean that circle. If circles was it? Wait, only one of them has to link. So if it's the color blue, then it could be. Wait a minute. Excuse me. Um, like I think I've already given away that 2s. If I put this in there, I think I give away that stars. Because right now it's either the color's either green or blue, and the shape is either stars or circles. Like I think. Okay, so if they guess it right, they get all these cards, and if they guess it wrong, what happens? Um, I wanted to play like they are investigating a scene or something, or inspecting a crime. And the problem with them being a detective is that they cannot be at all of them. So they choose one that they think is their nexus. And so let's say they guess this. They would reveal these to see which of these they got right, right? And then let's say they got 2 right. Does it matter if they got partially right? I don't know. It's not the nexus. Um, so let's say no. Let's say it doesn't matter. Like you got it wrong. you get some like personal brownie points for getting close, but is there dust on the cards? Or is that just dust on my screen? Okay, anyway, so then we'll say in this instance, the conspirator would get 8 points. And then these would get shuffled back in. I guess it wouldn't matter because there's no way this is gonna. Well, we might need to use these again. Maybe not all of them. Definitely not all of them, but possible to use one of them again. Let's put them back. And then while all that's happening, I guess it'd have to be 20 cards. The conspirator could be planning their next caper. And then again, I gotta discard all the things that are impossible. Oops. Let's just keep them separate for now. So these are all the things with at least one thread to the nexus. Yes. A whole lot of red. Did I do this wrong? I don't think there is any circles in here. Or singles. So that's gonna happen sometimes. I think this is from the previous one. Yeah. So that's gonna happen sometimes. Okay, so let's just lean into that. Let's just assume that we're gonna get called out for red. So we could like keep all the reds in there. Really throw them for a loop. In fact, actually, that might just be enough. If I throw in these other ones, then it might give away something else. Like this might suggest that it's 2, but it would also highly suggest that it's circles. Yeah, so let's just play this. It'll be impossible to tell because they're all red. Okay, is that 2? Well, I mean, that's kind of a lucky hand. Alright, I feel like there needs to be some partial points. Well, they're always going to get at least one threat. Because by necessity. Hmm. Hmm. I think these are the cards in the second round that were not playable. These are the cards I chose not to play. Okay, so I feel like it would be this is like an impossible situation for the detective because they know that it's red, obviously, but then it could be literally anything else. Like they might as well just punch these up, randomize, and then pick one. And then, of course, they would be wrong because it was this one. So, hmm, hmm. Then they would get 8 more points. I don't know if this feels right. Okay, well, let's just try this one more time. So if they went for that strat again, they could do this for like 6 cards, 7 cards. No blues, just a couple stars. This seems like the dominant strategy, and it's not a fun one. So I feel like that's a big problem. And then if I make a minimum number of crimes, then like they'd be forced to give themselves away, I feel like, right? Hmm. Oops. Oh crap, which of these was okay, blue star. Alright. There. Hmm. Hmm. So like if this was forced, then they would know that it's either one green or one star. In which case it could be one of these or one of these. Could force some diversity on 2 axes. Maybe that's what it should be. Maybe it should be an exponential point scoring. Um Number of cards. Oh, I know what it should be. Like the detective eliminates all the things off of that one axis, perhaps. Um, so let's see. This was the first round, I think. Uh, what was it again? It was green stars. So I was experimenting with the idea that they picked like the blue star and they failed or something. So in that case, they would eliminate all the stars and all the twos because those would be the things that match. So this would be the only point. Would that be maybe that would be enough if the conspirator has any crimes left afterwards? Then they win the round, and there's 3 rounds. Let's experiment with that idea. So that strategy would not work. That strategy would not work with this, I think. Because I deliberately made it so that they were all red. So then that means like no matter what they picked, they would eliminate all of them. And then the detective would win. Okay. Alright, so let's try that strat in mind with it. So I've given up on the one vector. So all these are going to get eliminated, but all I need is for one other thing to remain. So I need to inject some uncertainty. If I do this, then it could be one blue circle, or it could be one like star. Yeah, like I feel like there's are all these cards valid? Did I screw up? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Did I just oh, I didn't eliminate the ones that are not valid. This one, this one, song just saying spooky. Okay. Now these are all the possible cards that could be played. So if I do this, I think that would give it away that stars. Yeah, so I cannot do both of these. Do just one of these. I feel like I need another one of these because if they just guess blue square, single blue square, single blue star, that would be enough to eliminate both. So if I put this in there and they guess, then they would have to be forced to choose between a single blue thing or a single green thing. Right, do I finally have a game here? Do I finally have a game here? Is this the game? I might work on some rules. Writing some rules always helps me. But this isn't really fun because the conspirator kind of just could just basically boil it down to a point where the detective is forced to guess. Like that's what I've been doing. I've been putting the detective in a position where they would be forced to guess between two equally likely things. And if it's an all or nothing thing, then that's not particularly fun. At least not for the detective. Hmm. I guess that's kind of the problem with these asymmetric like puzzle games, right? Like this is like the same problem that Castle Doctrine has. Like eventually it just comes down to a point where like you're not really presenting them with a puzzle, you're presenting them with like a game of odds. And so is that like an unavoidable problem here? Like you can't have it both ways. You can't have it so that the puzzles are always solvable or the puzzles are not, right? Like if I'm supposed to be trying to encourage the this also goes back to the other problem where I was trying to figure out a way to encourage the conspirator to play as many cards as possible. And with this new system of only one card needs to like last, that kind of eliminates that. They could go back to the strategy of just like playing like what was it, red stars or something. Blue, it was blue stars, I think. Or like they could just play like I don't know. Well, actually, you don't really want a lot of diversity. Oh yeah, that's so weird. You don't want diversity in your thing. So what if you got points for more diversity? At a certain point, adding more diversity makes the puzzle more and more solvable, or less luck dependent. Like you could stare at it and you could figure it out eventually. Ah, this is tough. Oh no, maybe I don't have a game here. Thought maybe I was feeling good about this. Like I was felt pretty good about this. Like I had a solid game here, but I'm starting to think there isn't a game here. Unless, what if the game is the time? The time it takes to like analyze it. Do I really want to make a real time game? What if the game is you analyzing the cards and then making a guess, and then if the guess fails, you get a time penalty, and then guess again, and then you get it right. It completely changes the game. I feel like, well, it doesn't. So if the game is like, how fast can you create a conspiracy and how fast can you break a conspiracy? It kind of goes antithetical to the theme I was going for, which was tasteful analysis paralysis, where I kind of want the players to be mind gamey, thinky too much. I think the only way to make that work is make it so that the puzzles are not all or nothing. Hmm. Maybe it's not possible to do tasteful analysis paralysis. What if I went back to the four dimensions? Do I have that version saved? I have those cards saved. Could pull up those cards again. Let's try this again. I was getting like really overwhelmed, but maybe it's maybe have I just been staring at this for so long that I have cracked the game and like this is supposed to be a light game. So like mm, okay, hold on. I never uploaded them to the cloud. I'd have to go back to a previous version. What did I even change? Oh, I changed the threads and the symbols. Yeah, let's push it. Deprecation. Mm, mm. Okay, let's see. Yeah, well, let me. But with PowerShell. Hey there, Neon Cat. Oh yeah, a new commission? What kind of do you do art? That's pretty cool. Let's see. Um, oh, you're paying for a commission. Okay, nice. I always love a good commission. Always get so excited about it. Wait, what's going on with this card? Oh, oops, I see what I did. There we go. Alright, it's not perfect. Okay, so that's the shading, that's the shape, that's the color, that's the count. Alright, let's see if this is impossible. Let's save this. Kind of going back a version. Is this an OC that you commissioned? An original character? I have a friend that commissions art for their RPG characters a lot. Let's see. Okay. Everything that's not possible, we will get rid of. Mhm. Did I forget to shuffle this? I think I forgot to shuffle this. Alright, that looks a little better. Okay, so possible, 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 possible. Not possible. Wait, possible? Wow, a lot. Okay. Not that. Quite the batch here. Whole lot of playable cards. This seems way hard. I think I just got lucky in this draw, though. Right, this suddenly feels a lot more intimidating, and maybe that's what I want. Maybe it's but not what I want. I don't know. Mm. So before, I only had to worry about. Okay, let's just try. Okay, so yeah, this feels a lot harder. Oh, maybe too hard. Wow, I forgot about that. Yeah, okay. Let's see how it plays. So if I went with the same strategy as before, I would play all these triples because I think that's the thing I have the most of. So if I played these and these, or even if I just played those, it's still the same problem. Like I'm forcing the player to make a guess. Although, by making it obvious on one axis, what if the okay, maybe I'm thinking about this the wrong way. Maybe the maybe maybe the conspirator's goal isn't to just get one card that survives. Maybe the conspirator's goal is to get more cards that survive than what's eliminated. Alright, let's try that. I saved this already, right? Yeah, okay, so let's go. Ugh. Ugh. I need some pumped up beats. Mm. Okay, alright. Let's try this again. So, so all right. Let's eliminate things that are impossible to play. So this was an unlucky hand here. That can't be the goal. Wait. No, it could. Wait. So if I did something like this, then it would be obvious to the detective. They would just pick this because this is clearly, there's no way that it's like, it can't be this because this doesn't have a tie to both of these, but this has a tie to both of them. Okay, we're getting somewhere. If they did this, it's less clear. Oh, it would be, okay, so if I did this, then it would be clearer. It would be less clear. It'd be any one of these. But if you picked one and eliminate all the ones based off of the three, like let's say this one, and the only axis is the three, and eliminate all threes, then the detective would get all the cards. Would get like 4 cards. But if I did something like this, is there something that, oh wait. I think I just figured, I just solved my game. I think. Hmm. You could brute force this. You could just compare every single card. You can compare every single card against like the other and then be like, okay, there's no linkage between these two, so it's not this. Um there's no linkage between these two, so this ain't it. Oh yeah, this ain't it either. There's no linkage between these two, so these two aren't it. No linkage between, oh wait. So then is there any linkage between these two? No. Like you could just do that. Which is not the game I'm going for. Hmm. Hmm. You can do the same thing with this, I think. Ah, I forgot to shuffle again, didn't I? Use my imagination, but it feels like there's a lot more matches in this. Did I do my math wrong? I thought it was like about half of them would match, but it seems like most of them have at least one vector that matches this way. Ah, what? I thought I got rid of all the fours. It deleted like a single row. Why didn't it delete multiple rows? Oh, delete selected rows. What? Come on. Come on. Wait a minute, did it delete a one in here? Ah, screw it, screw it, screw it, screw it, screw it. It's gotta be a better way. Is this gonna... No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Why doesn't it recognize this pattern here? Should this be 0? There's gotta be some statistical way to do this that I am just not thinking of. Um, like what's happening here? Like, okay, so matching off of one, there's going to be 1/4 of all of them that match, minus the original one, and then minus additional 1/4 minus the original. Alright, so out of, let me see if I can math this. So there's 64 minus 15, because it's minus 16 minus 1. Actually, we do want to subtract, wait, right, let's see. We're calculating the ones that match. So we've got 16 minus 1. And then we've got 16 minus the 4 that we've already counted. And then we've got 16 minus the 8 we've already counted. So that should equal to 36, 35. Not quite. Am I doing wrong here? Am I subtracting something twice or something? That's what it looks like I'm doing. Like, this is not right. That should be less. But why is it like that? What am I not understanding here? Well, actually, it should be not quite that either. What am I doing wrong here? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There should be one more, right? So 16. There's 16 from just being flat red. And then from there, we have all the ones, except for the ones that were already counted in red. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 4. It's 4. Which sounds right. So 16 plus 12. And then how many? And then there's the decimal numbers, and then the squares. So there's two sets. There's 8. Oh, it's minus 10, right? Then minus 1. Right. So it's like So there's like a lot more overlap. So like for the last one, for squares, there's 16 of them, minus the 4 in here, and then minus the 4 for the number, except for the 4. Minus the 4 for the number, except for the 2 that were already counted. 1. Yeah, except for the 2 that were already counted. So it would be 16 minus 4 minus 2, right? Then the minus the 1 for this one. Wait, does this subtract the 1? No, it doesn't. What? Why can't I math? What is this? Okay, maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. So if you have 3 things, ah, God, it's too hard to math. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. Okay, okay, I give up. I will do this the brute force way. I already came up with a mathematical way to do this one. Then this one is this one I think I might be able to do autocomplete for. Yeah. Yeah, that one will work. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then this one's gonna be um solid. And then striped. Then hollow. Okay, and then last but not least, we've got the shading, the shape, the count, and the color. It's the air here, anyways. If D3 equals to D2, then 1, else 0. Where's the parser? Explain yourself, air. Is it because these need to be in quotation marks or some crap? Come on. What is the problem here? Are these not supposed to be double equals? Ah, Jesus. Okay. Oh, there we go. So this is the number of cards that would match. A lot more, actually, than I thought. A whole lot of cards have, like, a link, if you do it that way. Like, maybe too many cards. Hmm. Okay, so this is the sitch. Um, I was really hoping to avoid the two links thing, but if I have four axes of information, then the chances of card having a link is pretty high. Like, we're talking like 80% chance that card has a link. Ugh. And the reason that's a problem is that if you could play any card onto the map, then then if it requires two links, then I feel like that adds like a whole lot of headspace. So like if I'm going with the original kind of philosophy, like the same kind of philosophy that I took to persuasion, where like I could have the same interaction with less complexity, I should do that. And this is kind of closer to that, where it's like 37, like 36 over 64. It's like closer to that 50%. uh, yeah. Problem is, just doesn't capture that feeling I'm going for. Hmm. Alright, let's try it with two links and see how that feels. So if I require two links, oh my god, that adds so much more headspace. Okay, like this isn't gonna work. That will work for sure. Square. Square is the only thing it has going on for this one. Follow is the only thing going on for this one. Single is the only thing going on for this one. This one's single and hollow, so that works. This is square. And that's it. Single and yellow. Hollow. Yellow. What was the number that I saw for this? 40%. So that might be too low. God damn it. Single and square. Oh my god. Hollow and yellow. Okay. I'm sure there's some in here that I just missed because it's freaking difficult. I think the rest of these are right. Okay. Oof. Oof. But this still has the same problem. Or like if I play all these, it's like you could just eliminate things like this. Like there's no link to these two. There's no link between. Oh, there's the link. A link. There's no link between. Well, there's not two links. Yes, the same problem. It's the same exact problem. I could just be like, it's too easy to reverse engineer. Might have to just toss out this whole game concept. That's a shame. I think the fact of the matter is, just like with the sets game, like the only reason sets works is because it's like a real time element, or it's like who could spot it first. So all I've essentially done is create like more complicated sets. Alright, back to the drawing board. This idea is not gonna fly. I'm gonna take a little restroom break and then I'm gonna take a crack at Persuasion Bot. Just kidding, I had another idea. I had another idea. Okay. So, what if this is your guiding card? Then you set up your map. Let's do the same deal. So, eliminate things that are unplayable. Right, so these are all the playable cards. Okay? So, what if instead of having to include this into a map, but then the detective having to identify this exactly amongst all the other cards, what if this card wasn't in there and they had to deduce what this card is. They had to like figure it out. So like if I included like all these. It might be too dang hard. If these were the three cards, they would be able to do so. That's a four symbol thing at like, and that's it. That is all they would be able to deduce. Then these could get eliminated. Okay, wait, let's play with this some more. So is this right? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. So let's say I use this as my map. That looks complicated enough. And it's like what, 10 cards? Yeah, 10 cards. That's pretty good. So I'm like, deduce me. So now you can't just do trial and error, like compare them against each other, figure out which one compares to all of them because that one's not in there. So this also kind of gets rid of the need for this. So now they could be like, okay, what are the commonalities? So these all these are all kind of wildly different. Like we have like every single color and we have multiple shapes. So it's gotta be a 4. So And it's gotta be a triangle, I think, because we got multiple colors outside of the four for triangles. And it's gotta be yellow, because these don't go in, so is it 4 yellow triangles? That feels better. Okay, so then this would be 4 cards for the detective, or 1 round for the detective. Why am I so munchy lately? I'm so munchy. Hmm. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's try to put a little more thought into this. Um, so this is our Nexus card. Start by eliminating the impossible. Alright, so these are all the possible ones. So let's try that old strat that I had. What's like the most... Well, this might be interesting. Well, no. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 twos. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stars. So let's do the star strat. So if I went with this, eh, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, I thought I heard my daughter. But she was not up. Okay, so I still have the same problem. If I make it exact and, although, if I go with the rule where the detective picks one and wipes it out. Oh yeah, this one was too easy where they guessed the nexus right away. Okay, so let's try to be a little more intelligent about this. Okay, so let's go with that same strat I was doing before where... Okay, let's go with that idea I was playing with. So if I like do this, they could guess its stars in red. But they wouldn't be able to guess the number, I think. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to guess the number. So if they could guess stars, well, let's see. That would actually help them deduce the number of stars. Okay, so let's say I went with this. And it's like, you cannot possibly defeat me. So you could guess that it's stars or it's red. You could probably guess that it's a red star, but how many red stars? So red will eliminate all these, and stars will eliminate all these. So, mm. So then, seems like it's too easy to eliminate everything. Mm. Then as soon as I throw in something like this, it's easy to deduce as two red stars. Mm. 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 God damn it. I thought I had a game here, but I do not have, in fact, have a game here. I like the idea. I like the thought process that's going into this to deduce this, but like, this is. Maybe I could submit this to the solo contest. Like, maybe this could make for like an interesting solitaire type game. Except how would these even work solitaire wise? Well, I feel like that might be something I could work out. Oh, oh, oh. Alright, well, maybe I'll save this for a solitaire contest. How would this even work? Alright, this needs to mull over my brain. But this is not gonna fly on its own, unfortunately. Alright, do I want to spend some time? I'm gonna spend a little time working on the persuasion bot. Or seeing if I can work on it.